In this video, we're going to go over the seller pre-listing to close board. So here again on the side, you have your three boards. Click on seller pre-listing to close. So you'll use this board as soon as you have the signed listing agreement from your seller. Previously, you've used Google Drive. That's how you set up your buyer or your seller consult and along with your pre-list information. But as soon as you have a signed contract, we then switch to this board. So exactly like the buyer contract to close, you're going to go here, read me first, and this is just going to remind you how to click on the template. And again, you'll see this is labeled red. It's a template. It says again up here, template, don't edit. So you do exactly what you did with the buyer one. You create a card from template. You change the name. Same as the buyer. Your initials. You do the property address. And then the seller's name. I don't know why I keep doing it. Okay. And then same as the buyer one, you can keep this card in important information and then click to drag it over. Or you can just go ahead and move it to stage 0, new listing agreement. Okay. So you can see there's your card. Click to open it, and you can change the template to, I'll create a new label. Since we're not in contract, maybe we'll go with this blue one, and we'll call it, I don't know, listing agreement. And then you can take off this template once because you know that that's your label that you've created. And then when you go into contract, you can then change it to in contract, which I'll go ahead and in contract. So that one will be there for you. Okay. Just like the buyer card, the buyer contract to close, I tried to make it as close to the same format as I could as the buyer one, but this is pre-listing, so this has, or it has listing once you have your listing agreement signed. So it has all of the same information with a few extra things. So you've got some property information, some special notes about the property, the links for your pictures in your video, and then I think that's pretty much it for the listing side of it. And then once you get your contract, it's pretty much the same as the buyer contract to close. There's a few extra things since this is your seller. But before you have a contract, an accepted contract, here's your listing agreement to-do list. Within 24 hours of getting your listing agreement signed, these are the things you need to do. So this is what's different about this one from the buyer, because you don't have all this extra stuff. So pretty simple. And then just like the buyer, you move it down the line as you go, as you get an accepted contract. Well, first you would go to stage 1 as soon as your listing is active. Stage 2, this is going to be mostly prior to listing, and then this is going to be once you have an accepted contract with a buyer. I might rename that just so you can not get confused, but I think you'll figure it out pretty quickly. It's pretty simple. And then you just move it all down the line until you get to closing day. Post-closing, these are the things you need to do after closing, and then you move it to close, and that's it. And these are just more templates, so don't worry about that. And that's it for that one.